in terms of your perspective or the CSP perspective, it was quite interesting when we asked about the concerns, the key concerns that are making you not get to sleep or causing you concerns in terms of the achievement of, if you like, CRM or customer service related KPIs. These were the top three, so it was a pre-coded list of the things you would expect to see in that list, but these were the top three things. So e-billing and self-serve functionality, reduction in the cost to service, and this is a theme that you're going to see coming out as I go through this presentation, and Alan alluded to as well. And also just doing something to reduce customer churn. When we asked the consumers, in fact, and again I have a slide on this in a second, about what would cause them to switch service provider, excessively frequent calls to the service centre is one of the reasons why they would consider switching. So from a service provider point of view, reduction in customer churn obviously is going to be an issue. This is we had a series of questions of you, of the CSPs, in terms of the burden that billing represents to your businesses. And for the majority of operators, as many as 30 to 40% of call centre queries relate to billing or account-related issues. So if you think of the overall customer service centre call burden, around about 40%, according to what you've told us, relate to billing. So that gives you some indication of the overall extent of the burden. And getting billing wrong is a real issue. It's a real issue for consumers, it's a real issue for you, and it does result in churn. These are the percentages in terms of the number of responses from the CSP survey in relation to the number of incoming calls that relate to account or billing related issues. And you can see that for 1/3 of the CSPs that responded to this survey, it's less than 60%, but around about 50%, up to 40% of contact center queries. So in the consumer survey, we asked to what extent this annoys them, it bugs them. So 1/3 of the respondents claimed that they had to call their cellular provider at least quarterly or more frequently. And the major reason for those calls, the most significant reason for those calls, relates to billing. They have real concerns. If they see an error, if they're overbilled, they will call the contact center, and it annoys them. It really annoys them. For some people, it annoys them so much that they will consider switching, even if they have to do it very, very infrequently. And a similar percentage claimed that calling the contact center was a source of some annoyance. But for a relatively small percentage, real annoyance. They don't really want to contact the contact center if it can be avoided. Less than 5% of respondents claimed that they were happy to call the contact center. So 95% of the respondents not really that happy to do it.